all that boring stuff, you know, and you go, oh yeah, don't know what to talk about. So let's see how many of you are here today. Oh, tech. Why ain't my button thing? Oh, blooming heck. Why ain't that all there we are, aren't we?
Like I said last time, you've got to give it a minute or two.
Scary stuff. Okay. So I'm putting this up here. The reason I'm putting it up here is because then I'm going to look up at you instead of down thing. Get it sorted out. Get me. Never actually thought to have a brush of you. Oh my gosh, what a carry on! What a carry on! When you turn up, let me know who you are. Let me know. I've got my pen. I'm gonna just make any notes that I need to make at the same time. Let's have a look. So tell me who you are. Where'd you come from? And I think I've got to press that button. Jules. Hiya, Jules. How we doing? Hiya, Janet. How are you doing? Tell me what you up to, Sharon. What you doing? What you up to? And let's have a natter. I'll tell you what me and Tech have been doing, and we have been tearing our hair out. Absolutely tearing our hair out. Oh, hiya, Karen. I like this where all my friends are turning up. And it's funny because I'd walk past you all in the street and I wouldn't have a clue who most of you were, but it's lovely to feel all this loveliness. So what y'all up to? You tell me what you're up to and I'll tell you what I'm up to. Remember that game we used to play? Well, I never played it. You show me yours and I'll show you mine. That might have made a couple of giggles at home. I was talking to the grandchildren about things that they play at school and things that outrage them, and I think, Christ almighty, you'd have never survived in a 1970s playground. And we're glad that what's happened in the playground stayed in the playground. What do you say, Tech?
Definitely.
Yeah. I bet you used to play Kiss Chase, didn't you?
I was more of a Bulldogs.
Oh, I bet you played Kiss Chase too. Hiya, Doreen and Karen. Jules has been busy making a wall hanging ready for local VE Day celebrations. Ooh, you're going to post it on the exclusive group. Let's have a look at your efforts. Hiya, Margaret. Janet says, ooh, Mrs. I've seen you. I bet you used to play some of these games as well. Doreen says, hi, Tech. So, hi, Tech.
Hi.
She's been high tech as well. She's over there. She's got a camera. Oh my gosh. So what we've been doing is nowadays, when you do what we do, you don't just do it in one place. You have to do it here. You have to do it there. You have to do it everywhere. So we've decided it's about time that we return to Etsy. And if I'm honest, I don't like it. I'm not saying that loud because if my algorithms pick me up saying it, I'll be in trouble. Anyway, they're always telling me off for not having enough photographs. Ugh. I want to make things. I don't want to take photographs of them. I want to make things. Just a cover photo, you know it is. But I know you at home want the photos. Yeah, I surrender. So we're in trouble with Etsy because we haven't got enough photographs on. So anyway, we're advised video. Video is the new photo. So if you can do a video instead of a photo, you've cracked it. So we set to the other day and we did a load of videos. And we did some really good videos. And then I went to upload them and it said, too big. Oh my word. So I worked out how to reduce, they call it resolution, that don't make any difference to you at home, but it does to the computer. So worked out how to crush them up a bit. I was really proud of myself because that was a new skill that I'd learned and it was something that my computer knew it could do, but it had not shared that information with me, but I found out. So I did all that and I got the videos onto Etsy, and after an age of loading, it came back and it went, can't load your videos more than a minute. So we've just started experimenting with some of these, I'm going to call it AI, but it's not. like Chat GPT and all that kind of business. So I believe that you can give it a video and you can ask it to like reduce your video to the size, the length that you want. So I had to go at that before, and that's not as easy as what they reckon. They reckon that you just pile it in and then it goes, yeah, it's a fantastic Oscar-winning video back of 1 minute. It doesn't. It says, highlight what you want to condense. Like, oh, for crumbs and crikey. Let's just take another video. So this morning, we've spent all morning redoing all the videos that we did the other day to 1 minute, which is easier said than done. So I've got my telephone, so the old mobile phone, and it's on this. So we've got all kinds of gizmos for doing these lives now, things that stand up and stick out and all the rest. So I've got the phone and it's into this clamp thing up here, and I've got the, you know, like the you're supposed to use it when you're an athlete, the, what do you call it, timer thing, right? So I'm reaching up here to press start, and when I press start, Tech starts filming the video, right? So she can't start filming the video until I've got my arm down, right? But by the time I've got my arm down, I'm panicking that I've missed 3 seconds of this 60-second video. She's saying, calm down, it takes a minute to kick in. So I'm like, panic.
Couple of seconds.
Couple of seconds, she says, couple of seconds. So I've got my arm up there and I'm thinking, is this my couple of seconds? No, we need another couple of seconds. By which time the stopwatch, that's what's it called, the stopwatch is up to about 4 seconds. And I'm thinking, oh God, I've missed the first 4 seconds. We've only got 56 seconds. So I'm in and I've got my demos and I'm like, gobble. Do it. 57.9 seconds, whatever it is. One of them, 1 minute and like a tenth of a second. Shall we do it again? No, we'll just see. Right, okay. So then Tex sat beside me and she's uploading all these videos onto Etsy. And I thought, right, I'll just watch one back. And it cuts off after 15 seconds. I've only just got in my stride and the blooming thing cuts off. Oh, right. Well, let's have a look at another one because your resolution might be too high. So we had a look at another one. 15 seconds and it cuts off. So I'm into Google then. Why are my Etsy videos only 15 seconds? And it comes up and it said, Etsy videos are only 15 seconds long. I'm like, why did you tell me I could do a minute? So we're now redoing them at 15 seconds, which is easier said than done. It's only 15 seconds, but you've got an awful lot to cram in 15 seconds. Right, let's have a little thing. I'll tell you in a sec, Karen. Jacqueline Goffin. Lovely colouring on that quilt behind you. Thank you. This one's called Firecracker, and it's designed by Michaela Smith, and it's particularly nice. Now, you can't see in this small frame that I've got, but I'm going to duck sideways in a sec. See how this piece block, there's one below and one above my head, and the colours, how Michaela's set the colours out, it feeds round. I'll slip sideways and you can have a look. Can you see there those colours? They're like these little where are we, these, they kind of all feed into each other going round, so it's a really nice overall effect. So Karen, we have an exclusive Facebook group. It's Quilting Antics exclusive group, where you can chit chat among yourselves. You can post your work, people will comment, and you can get ideas and you can ask questions and all the rest. So if you go on Facebook and you just put in the search bar Quilting Antics exclusive group, ask to join. We'll give you permission to join. Usually, I'll tell you what we've started doing now. We'll have a look. And if you only joined Facebook like a year ago and you've got 2 changes of profile picture on there, the chances are you're not a person, you're a pretend person, so you don't get in. So if you only joined a year ago, you've only got 2 profile pics, make sure you put a bit of text in there, then we can see. Because we did have a Clever Clogs join, didn't we, ladies? The supposed person wanted to sell us their deceased daughter's equipment, and it was a scam. So she's gone, if she was a she. So we try and look after you that way. And we're always looking at it and having a little police, if you will. So Janet, I wouldn't like your headache doing this easy video. No, it has been a headache. So Tech's over there now. I'm not turning the camera around because housekeeping is a bit. So we got this light box, and in the light box you get these. It's like a backing paper. It's not paper. So because if I like got my flat piece of paper, whatever, and if you've got your floor and your wall, you can see. Can you see how the floor is a slightly different colour to the wall? So there's different coloured sheets, and they curve, so you can't see on the sheets where that crease is. So it gives you this impression, supposed, of things floating. And it comes with a light box, which it's not small, but it's not like mega ginormous. But wall hangings and things, you can't hang them up in there. So I'm watching Tech now, and she's trying to do, which one are you trying to do, Tech? She's laughing, which tells you everything you need to know. Which one are you doing? Oh, she's, fetch it here, let's have a look at that. Well, I'll show you what it is actually, because you might not have seen this for ages. It's in a twee box. I don't even think this is on the website. So so Sue wanted to do, so we've got, hang on, starts here with this cockerel, this chuck rather, pulling a worm out of the ground, and up she is, and then the final one, cock-a-doodle-doo. And it's all tied up with ribbon, which Tech's going to tell me off for undoing. She just spent ages tying it. Oops. And then all the sides come open. Oops. We've got chicken pincushion. You know, like everyone's done one of these at some point or other. So you've got your four sides that open better when it's on a flat surface, and you decorate them however you want. So you've got like elastics for putting things in, you've got your embroidery rings, you've got a needle case, you've got an elasticated pocket. And it's just, you know, like when you do the square twee boxes, you've got the issue of the lid. So we thought we'd do, I'll just tie it back up for Tech. We thought we'd do a triangular one. And then you didn't have to do a lid. But the downside is that you are governed by the size of the triangle, which I shall just show you again in a sec. You're governed by the size of the triangle. So the most stuff that you can ever put on has to fit within that triangle. So it's kind of, if you imagine, oh, look at my beautiful little Ted. So, oops, if you've got something like this, juggling, it will fit there, but if you moved your pockets up, can you see how very quickly it's, so like if it was something that way, for instance, hi Fiona, it you know, there, it's beyond the extremes. So it's good, you don't have to do a lid for it. It's a really neat way to have a basher and a twee box, but it's what it is. It is, and it's nice, and it's just a nice thing to make. It's pyramid shaped. So there we go. So I like it. I would definitely make another one. Thank you, Tech. There you go. So tell me what you think. Oh, hi, Sarah. Win, you're not late. Win, I do apologise. So Win rang me up yesterday. I gave Win my phone number and I said, ring me up about something. I've got two webinar things yesterday, and of course, because I never told you what time they were, did I, Win? Of course, Win rang in the middle of one, and I said I'll ring you back, and then I never did because I went to college last night, and by the time I got home and organised, it was way too late to be ringing anybody. So, oh, I'll see you later, Vanya. Vanya's not watching. What have we got? Yeah, Karen, I've told you about the Facebook group. And Fiona, afternoon, just been notified, sending hearts to make others aware you're live. Oh, thank you. Thank you. How does that work? Is it just like you liking things, or I don't know how, you know, we're learning all the time. So thank you. So yeah, when I didn't mean to like dump you yesterday and ditch you, which it probably felt like, that wasn't the intention at all. But it's like, I'm in class, I'm in class. So we've got another one today. For the thing that I haven't announced yet. we're up to stuff, Tech and I, and we will be announcing soon. It's kind of a bit of a new way of working, which I hope you will all like. So right, so Friday night, what we're going to do on Friday night, everyone, we need to have a little think about this. What do you want to see on Friday night? We won't be doing a sale this week because we haven't got we had a clear out last week. I think there was all the long raggies went, the tartan went. I think there's about maybe half a dozen of the wobblers left, and that's it. So there won't be a sale this week. But if you want a bit of a how-to, we can do a bit of a how-to. But what would you like a how-to on? That's my question. So so I know over the last few months we've hi Fiona, we've looked at various bits and bobs. So what would you like to have a look at? It might just be that I get a load of a load of samples out that you want. Like if you've got a project that, you know, like let's say you've got one of our designs that you haven't started and you're wondering how to go about it. It might be that I just have a load of stuff lined up and I go, oh right, this one, what you do is you make this. Hey, the tea lady's turned up. It might just be that, you know, like you go, oh, I've got such a bag, can you give me some tips? So Doreen says, I hate all this AI rubbish and scammers which really just need to leave others alone. There wasn't any of this when I grew up. And she's a technophobe and find it is hard to work out what's what. Here at Quilting Antics, hopefully we've done it for you. So hopefully we police things, Doreen, so that it keeps people off. I mean, it won't keep people totally off the page, but as soon as they make themselves aware. So so usually people who put comments on your comments like, hey, I really liked your post and I've been following you, and I'd really like to say a prayer together and we could meet sometime. No, he's going to arrange to meet you. He's going to get arrested in Iraq because he's an SAS soldier or something, and you're going to have to send him your life savings to free him. No, out you go, mate. You're a load of rubbish. We've watched Angela Rippon and we've seen your sort coming, so gone. So hopefully we've done that for you. Jules, did I receive your order? I'm not sure because there's been quite a few. So without having a look, if you ordered, yes, I probably did. So have you made bowls of sugar? No, we haven't. And I'll tell you why we haven't made bowls of sugar and milk. Fiona Greenslade, you could be talking to Fiona Anderson, but we haven't done it because Sue's on holidays. So she sent a photograph with her son. She's having her holidays in far-flung places. So while we're here basking in the sunshine, well, sat outside having our lunch anyway for half an hour. Sat outside going, oh, it's a draft round your ankles, because that's the joy of living in the Yorkshire Dales. But yeah, anyway, back to Friday. If you've got any projects that you've bought, you know, patterns that you've bought off us and you want to make them, and you want us to, like, you know, pick things up and like go, oh yeah, what you do is this, what you do is that, have a look under here. I don't know, you might have bought one of our dolls, and can you show how to attach the sides on the pyramid? Absolutely. Not yet, have I? Oh, Fiona's had 2 lazy days, and well done. Yeah, attaching sides to, yeah, I can do that for you, no problem at all. That's one of our ideas. So, and that would apply to all of our etui boxes and lots more projects too. So yes, I can show you that. Anybody else got anything that they want to have a look at? Might just be the Tech, can you just throw me one of those projects, please? Anyone you want that you're not using. Are you using that one? Just one of the others off there. And I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you. So here we are. We've been videoing these, look, hanging hearts. You've all seen these before. You might say, right, I've got the pattern for the Curious Fox. Can you show me the houses? And I might go, yep, there you go. Look up close. That's what they look like. And then I might say, right, what we did is we just did like little trees and shoved them behind the houses. Or you might say, can I have a look at the other side? And I'll go like that. Yeah, whatever. Karen John's new to sewing with tweed, so any hints and tips would be great. Yep, we can do that. Think of something that you want to know that you're like worrying about, wondering about, and I'll write that on my list. Tips with tweed. Yep. So thank you, Doreen. So yeah, just keep your comments coming. If you've got a pattern and you want, you just want to look at the other side. So I don't know. Can you show me what kind of stitch you used on your hair? And I can go like that, and you can have a look, and you can see that. What can you see? You can see that that's a zigzag. I'll probably come in close to the camera, and that's a blanket stitch. Stuff like that. Oh, where are you going on a sewing retreat to, Fiona? Ooh, interesting. Where we weren't thinking about retreats. Now we are thinking about retreats. So yeah, let us know who with and where at. Don't mind plugging other people. So yeah, and yeah. So come on, ladies, you must have some projects that you want to see the other side of. Definitely teapots. Fiona's were lovely as bunting. Right, I'll put the teapots on. Teapots is down. Come on, rack your brains, or rack your little brains. So there we go. So has anybody done anything else that's noteworthy this last few days? I'm just checking that I haven't missed any comments. Oh, Jules says have a glass of something. Yeah. When did you get out nice from IKEA? IKEA is really good for sewing like staples and furniture and sewing room stuff, isn't it? Sharon Percy, I have the sewing roll, my first kit, so any help would be good. Now the sewing roll, you can buy the tutorial for that, but yep, I can give you a quick run through of the sewing roll. The tutorial is on the website under online classes. Sewing roll. Yep, we can give you a quick run through from that. Doreen, I have loads. Could you show a doll to go with my teddies? Yeah, definitely. Do you have a particular doll in mind? Was it you, Doreen, that wanted to do a class on hairs? Because I never thought we have a hare that none of you have ever seen. Haha! He's called the Duke, and he's quite dapper. So I'm going to get round. He's by Roberta, but I've never got round to writing the pattern, which is why he's not out. But he's like getting close to the top of my to-do list. Fiona, trying to sort out Roman blinds, but keep being given different measurements, as can't personally visit the house there to be fitted. Ooh, right. I think what I would be doing is saying, right, give me your final measurements. Are you happy that this is the measurement I'm going to start making by X o'clock tonight? This is the measurements I'm going to make. See what they come back as. Janet's just about to start some alterations. Easy to replace an elastic in a skirt and take shoulder pads out of a jacket. Oh, Fiona's going to Abingdon for 3 days. Is that Abingdon up north? Like kind of top of the M6, or is it a down south one? With guidance from Claire, Louise and Amanda Wyatt to do dressmaking. Normally about 20 people go. Pool, food, drink, fabulous. Oh, I fancy that one. Yeah, fancy that. Could you show how to do the dolls, please? Yeah, I will. We'll have a look. The thing with the dolls is that there's lots of dolls and lots of tech. Could I borrow you a sec, please?
Yeah.
I'm going to just show you what I mean. So if you've got a doll pattern that you want, because I wouldn't be able to do anything, could I have Klaus? Klaus. Yeah. Well, I was looking at Sue, but I'll have Klaus and Jacqueline, and I'll show you the difference. Right. So, yeah, giving Oh, the will to live. Still need to make some items for a craft table in June. Oh, you need some quick ideas. Right, so Doreen, why I want to know which pattern you've got is because they're all different. So Klaus here, Klaus, you make his body 2 halves. Can you see he's got a seam? He's got a seam up his middle there, okay? And then his arms and his legs are made separately, and you can see just there a dimple where she's sewn from one side to the other and back again. So that's Klaus, yeah. And then heads as well is a different one. So some heads are part of the body, some heads are stuck on, some heads are angled. They're all different. Now I've got here Jacqueline. Now Jacqueline, can you see? Look at Jacqueline's arm there. Her seam goes up the side, yeah, and her arm is part of her body. Now her legs, I know it's not a very good angle to look at her, but her legs are put on from the bottom as opposed to Klaus's, he's a cool dude, who are on the side. So they're all the slight differences. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in common, but if you have a pattern that you're wanting to do, it'd be good if we knew that and we could hit that one specifically instead of like just going general. And also, if it's a pattern that you want to do, I can hold the sample in front of the camera. Let's say you're doing Klaus, for instance, and you can go, how are Klaus's goggles made? And I'll go, there you go, have a look at his goggles. Da 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 da. They're a little bit tricky. This is what you would do. How have you attached? Oh, he's lost a thingy off his. He's lost one of his keys off the front. You know, how are his feet dressed? So you know, I can show you all this kind of stuff. What does he look like on the back? And I can show you this. So again, Fiona not got Klaus. He must be in the minority. You haven't got the Duke either because he hasn't come out yet. So yeah. Have a look, Sharon. Have a look at the visual tutorial. So you can buy the video tutorial, and I can't send it to you free because people paid to come on the class. So it would be a poke in the eye if I did that. But yeah, it's on there. What happens is you buy it off the website, and then I send you a link. So right, okay, Jules. Jacqueline hair tutorial would be good. Let me have a little look. Jacqueline's hair is made in 2 parts because the brief that I gave Roberta for this. So what happens is Roberta is, oh, hi, Sheila. Roberta is a unique individual. We love Roberta. She's great. Her brain fires off where the rest of us can't reach. But that's fab because she brings us things that the rest of us can't get to. So I'd asked her, the brief for these, we were doing, it was for Create and Craft, and we were doing the Platinum Jubilee celebrations, and they wanted things royal, and we were like, we're not doing royal things because you've asked us for royal things, so we're doing our own things. So Jacqueline has her, could you pass me Donald tech, please? There. So Jacqueline is a 2-parter. She has her maid, husband, whatever he is, Donald, right? And Donald, I can't remember why I'm telling you this, but I am anyway. Donald is named after Donald McGill, who, right, he drew the saucy postcards. Remember Seaside saucy postcards? We all knew them, right? So, oh yeah, that's why I'm telling you. So they had to look like the saucy postcards. So remember kind of the time that they were done, that they were drawn was like, you know, that kind of just after the war kind of thing. Jacqueline's hair had to look like that, which is easier said than done. Donald's is easy. Just get some bits, you see there, just snip into it and stitch it to the back of his head. She needs hers to look a bit like boofed up and all the rest of it. So, can you see there's a seam round there? It's done in, I'm trying to visualize the pattern piece in my mind and I can't. I think it's done like a horseshoe, and you do the 2 sides. Is the stuffing in there? She's stuffed it a little bit to make it big, and then she's ruched it. You can see how it's ruched going round. Now for the back here, there's a second part, and she's done it. It's like a little bag, and she's stuffed it again, and then she's ruched it up. So, oops, can you see there? I'll just lift up there. So can you see there is a join line across there? There you go. They were funny postcards, Doreen. And then what she's done, you can see all the little dotty stitches. So to give it more texture, she's gone in with a needle, gone in somewhere, out somewhere else, and then she pulls, and it causes distortions. And those distortions give you all those like waves and, you know, texture and all the rest. So obviously that looks like she's had rollers in at the top. But that's how she does the hair. So because the hair's in two pieces and Jacqueline is not meant to be dressed and undressed, she gets a hat, and the hat, as we've just noticed, covers the seam line. So that is how Jacqueline's hair's done. And a lot of the dolls, because they're not dolls that are designed to be dressed and undressed, there's lots of cheats going on because you can get away with it. Yeah, so yeah, I'm looking here. I love her shoes. Look at her shoes. They're how she's done them, and the soles, they're like little, I'll come up to the camera with them, they're like little sausage rolls, the heels, sorry, not soles. I don't know if you can, I'm just a bit close, there, and you see it's like a little sausage roll. So she's rolled the sausage roll up, and then I'm not sure whether she's stitched or glued that onto the actual shoe. So she's very clever. Very clever indeed. She does look like a certain Petunia, and that was part of the brief. So how many of us sat there thinking in our heads, Petunia, Petunia, oh, that man's waving at me, Petunia, you know, he's in the sea, he's drowning. Hello. What was the guy called? Oh,
I'm really sorry, but I'm too young. I don't know. I can
off.
remember some of the postcards.
What's the guy called? Oh my word. What's he called? Obviously this is Donald. It's not, he doesn't look like this. Oh my gosh. He's got right ferrety face. We've got a relation, looks like him, but he won't be watching, so I can say that. Hopefully get away with it. So best not call him that name either. But yeah, so that was the brief for these two. Yeah. Postcard dolls. But yeah, she was, because we could have gone for the voluptuous one, but we thought she might be harder to make as well, so we thought we'd go for that one that looks like Petunia. But yeah, if you've got anything that you want, now private message me afterwards is absolutely fine, because we have, as you can probably imagine, boxes and boxes and boxes of samples. There's stacks there, and under the table is rammed with them. So if you want me to show something, let me know beforehand, give me a heads up, and then we can get the sample out of the box. Otherwise we may not be able to manage it. But yeah, if you've got a bag that you'd like a closer look at or anything like that, Joe, that's him, Joe. Oh, Joe's waving at you. Help, help. Yeah, there's the one where they sat in the field where, oh, that bull looks very cross. Which one? Throwing all the litter and everything. So there's the on top of the cliff, there's the litter one. Which other ones are there? His name was Joe Fiona. So right, anyway, so let me know. So Doreen, bob me a message and let me know if you've got a pattern and there's a specific doll that you want to know how to make, or you've seen one of our patterns and you would like a closer look before you buy or something like that. Let me know, and I'll fish it out. We can have a close look and an inspection. So Margaret, I missed your message. Just taken 2 small cross-patch projects to be framed. Ooh, one was finished in a drawer, the other wanted finishing. It's only taken about 10 years. Well, me and Donis are coming up for Silver Wedding, and the sampler that I started just before we got married is half done, maybe. I'm not even sure where it is. So I think you're doing pretty well there, Margaret. Fiona, will you be thinking of doing a retreat for us all to come up? Yes, is the answer. Yes, I have spoken to someone about a retreat after we did the day one, but I wouldn't want ours to be a day. We would want to do something. I'm going to do at some point when I get on with it, I'm going to do a poll where you can talk to me about what you want and all the rest of it. And we'll try and get something. Because just because I live here in Yorkshire doesn't mean we've got to do the retreat in Yorkshire. We can do it anywhere. And I spoke to a friend of mine who does, White Gecko, Sarah, and she does the retreats miles from where she lives. And I said, why do you do there? She said, because there's like several motorways all converge. So it makes sense for where people can easily get to. And I'm up for that. So yeah. Anyway, for now, I can see Tex over there absolutely tying herself in knots. She's got a pile of samples next to her that's taller than she is. And so probably, Doreen, it's Doreen's Ruby anniversary in September. Oh, well done for not killing him so far. Or is it the other way around? So I'm going to go and help Tech. Let me know if you want to see any samples. On the list for Friday, I have got attaching the sides to a tweed box, tips with tweed, teapots, and sewing roll. Well, just a quick talk through of it. Also, these things I can do, and that's another thing I haven't told you. I can do. So we've done these little videos for Etsy, 15 seconds. Oh my word. But we've done some slightly longer ones. And when I say slightly longer, I'm talking less than 5 minutes. If you want any of those, we can do quick, like, okay, we won't be having a sewing machine out. We won't even be stitching a stitch. But it would be, let me say, for Jacqueline, let's go through Jacqueline. I would be saying, Jacqueline, I would be coming up to the camera and all the rest of it. Jacqueline's body's made in one piece, her legs are separate. Have a look at her handbag, see how the thing goes in, whatever. I might tell you how her glasses are made, just stuff like that. So if you want any of those, we can do very short videos on that and post them as social media posts. Yes, Jules, congratulations. They've done blooming well. Ruby, is he going to buy you something, Ruby, for your Ruby anniversary? Is it 40 years? I think it is, isn't it? It's Pearl 30 and Ruby's 40. So, yeah, get something nice new ring. That would be nice, wouldn't it? She has been tempted to bump him off. I think if you've been married for so long and you've never been tempted to bump him off, you haven't been doing something right. It's like part of the contract, isn't it? Tech and I compare notes loads of times because don't let Donis deceive you. He's not as much of a walk in the park as what he'd like you to think. Mind you, he says I'm not either. I don't know where he's coming from. So, but anyway, yeah. So don't forget, anything you want us to do a little video on, because it actually makes sense, doesn't it? Doing videos on the things that you want to know about, as opposed to me just going in a box and going, oh, that's popular. Because it might be popular, but it might be easy and no one needs help. But then something else that maybe only 10 people have ever bought, and they're all scratching their heads going, how the blooming heck did they do this? So, yeah. That's it, Doreen. Get into his wallet. You know how much he's got. You know what he can afford. Fiona, 43 years this July. How did that happen? You're counting down to your 50th now. That's a party. Well, it could be a party and a posh holiday. You're giving him 7 years to save up. Get something booked in. So, right, okie doke. So for now, I'm going to love you and leave you. Send me some messages on the messenger thing and let me know what you want. Mine reckons he's as near perfect as anyone gets. Oh, you see, for that reason alone, I probably want to clobber him. There's nobody perfect except us wives, I reckon. So, right, anyway, so I shall love you all and leave you all. I'll see you 6:30 on Friday evening, and we'll have a bit of a how-to session. So send me in as many messages as you want, and we'll try and work through whatever we can. So Mike will be used to refer to me as the dragon to his work colleagues till they told it. Jules, I bet he doesn't do it anymore, does it? Fiona, 80. It's not too old to go on a cruise. I'm taking the old buggers away next January. But Humphrey's going to be 80 at the end of this year, and Father is he'll be 83 when we cruise, and it'll be so. Mother's 80th birthday is November, and their 60 years is it diamond anniversary? Is it 60 that's diamond? Is in February, so we are going in January. We're off on a cruise, so I'll have to take you with me out to my little island in the sun. I'll have to get better at singing before then. So right, anyway, love you all lots, and I shall see you Friday at 6:30 because I'm just waffling now. See you all. Bye.